got a question for you. Have your popcorn ready? You have to dig some of those back. It's balling right now. Yeah, sitting back to things over. They're really committed. Set up. Look at that time. Ah, goodness. Been good tonight, and it continues. Good throw down. On the play. Hey. Big time play there. It's showing some grit and something. Long game here, and this. All right, so we're here, and it's, listen, the matchups get bigger and bigger. The stakes get higher and higher when you're talking about competing for a world championship here on the grind session. And A.J. Martin, Cullen, Brian to join us here in a few moments. We got a matchup between Iowa United and Huntington Prep, two teams that hadn't saw each other this year. This is a number 5 seed in Iowa United taking on the 12th seed in Huntington Prep. And we're going to send it over to the PA for our introduction of our starting lineup.
6'5" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 3, Cam Mercer. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Wilmington, Delaware, number 5, Anthony Smith. At center, a 6'10" senior from Sweden, Cedric Taylor. And at a forward position, a 6'8" senior from Bentley, West Virginia. This young man will play college basketball next year at West Virginia. Number 2, Braden Hawthorne. And now the starting lineup for our 5th seed, Iowa United. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Number 1, J.J. Sullivan. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Canada. Number 2, Khalil Sutton-White. At one forward position, a 6'8" senior, also from Canada. Number 6, Gertie Young. Big fella in the middle, a 7'1" junior from Guinea. Number 34, Arafin DNA. And at a guard position, a 6'4" junior. He's from Davenport, Iowa, already committed to play college basketball at the University of Iowa. Number 4, Navon Shabazz.
All right, so we're set, ready to roll here. Iowa United, again, the home team here. In this one, they're the higher seed, the number 5 seed, the number 12 seed, and Huntington Prep as well, as we get set and ready to go. And this one.
Just to give you a few alumni from Huntington Prep, Thomas Bryant, Keldon Johnson, who played at Kentucky and San Antonio Spurs now, Wiggins, of course, Miles Bridges, who was probably my favorite that I witnessed on the grind session myself. Kuminga, we also had Jonathan Kuminga on the grind session as well. He was like, when I saw him, he was like a sophomore, and he was just a freak, about 6'9" already, handled the ball like a guard. So great, obviously great history here with Huntington Prep.
How about Cam Mercer, the freshman for the number 3 in black? Get tangled up a little bit. Now, how tough is it if you're top seed in Iowa United here, and this one, number 5 seed, to play an opponent you hadn't played against all regular season?
Right.
So it shows the depth of the league here. Oh, wow, Arafin away from the ball there.
Fouls on number 34, Arafin DNA, his first team foul.
DNA just a junior as well, man. Just looking at his ranking here, number 21 according to On3.
both teams just trying to settle in. Sutton White, another Canadian kid, and they get fouled. Have an opportunity to go shoot two.
Fouls on number 5, Anthony Smith. His first team foul. Khalil Sutton White to the free throw line for 2.
So the first point on the board.
I already like Iowa United because they got the names on the back. I appreciate that as a broadcaster.
I tell you who spent a lot of time in their practices this season is John Calipari. He's made a couple of, if that's on Airfon, that's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah, and it is, too.
Oh, man. Oh.
DNA, his second team foul.
Wow. I mean, in a little over a minute, he picks up 2 fouls.
Huge.
That is major, major.
And it immediately changes the game. You know,
Completely.
yeah. When you take that big out of the middle, which, of course, they've got another big to sub in, but
they've got the sophomore.
Right.
The 7'2" sophomore. Majoke. He's 7'2".
The luxury, man.
But my deal is, now, as the game goes on, those two are very minimum contact whistles.
Right.
So if you start letting a bunch of hard stuff go, I'm going to be hot as the coach for Iowa United. Because, I mean, the first one, there was, like, no advantage, disadvantage to that scenario at all. And that one was very minimal, too. And again, we've had great crews all weekend, but the importance of what's going on here this weekend has to be considered.
These dudes been listening to Mac McGaddy, man. I swear. I've said this on air before, but he always talked about his first shot.
Yeah, see, that's exactly the reaction I'm talking about. So if you call very minimum contact and you get any kind of like bang, it's going to be a huge reaction due to that.
That was blocked right there. Nice defense. Oh, man. Another nice block.
Shout out to Mac, though. Mac
well, yeah, what I was saying, he used to say that on air. Like, hey, my first shot, I just threw it up. I didn't care what happened, just to get it out of the way.
That's that Auburn talk coming out of him, man. Some Auburn dudes, they just jack
Auburn
up
got beat today, matter of fact.
Really?
Tennessee beats Auburn, so it'll be a Tennessee-Florida SEC final.
Man, you really don't like the ACC, do you? You ain't mentioned nothing about the ACC.
Duke's in the ACC. All right, whatever. Without their best player. Go figure. You know, and I'll even say it. Duke is who Kentucky fans wish they were. I mean, I know that that's fighting words in Kentucky, but it's the truth.
Right.
Kentucky hasn't been good since oh gosh, my favorite player, De'Aaron Fox. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's do this bucket, man.
Yeah, smooth stroke too. Kid going to West Virginia, Hawthorne. 6'8", great size.
J.J. Sullivan, that shot too long. Anthony Smith, the sophomore point guard. Over to the freshman guard for Huntington. And now, Iowa, they hang their hat on their defense. They've had times to struggle. They struggle offensively. They run a lot of stuff through Airfon. If he's not the offensive option or getting in foul trouble, they really struggle to score and create looks. So that's always been a challenge for them all season long. Now we've seen Sutton White, number 2, be capable of scoring, but there hasn't been that consistency to have a clear number 2 guy. Even the kid about to check in, Liam, freshman, he's had a few really good games as well for Iowa United.
And I love what I just saw from Majak as well. Sets the screen, nice roll, made himself available, and great big-to-big passing there. And he makes his free throw.
Pretty advanced for a sophomore.
I agree.
Makes both free throws.
I agree.
And he's left-handed. What you, Coach, you like him, huh? I do.
I mean, yeah, for a sophomore.
Goodness, the size, my man. Short.
Yeah, that's going to be a shot clock violation.
A lot of threes by Huntington.
Yes, you know, I was just thinking that kind of the last 2 games we've had, teams, it's like teams are trying to get themselves settled in with the 3.
Ooh. Oh, and almost took step drag. Felt like he dragged that pivot foot a little bit. Sutton White thought about the 3.
Yep.
And he gets tackled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And that's one of the things as a defender you got to know that, okay, the ref let me go with this foul. Now I really cannot foul. I know it's early. I'm just saying. I mean, once you get away with one, the next one can't even be close. Tell you something I love too, AJ. You mentioned it pregame. Stands filling up. I wonder why.
It's trickling in.
We're
We're
in
2
Utah.
hours away from their game time.
8 seconds. 8
Yep.
seconds.
Good call. 8-second violation there. First time we've seen that this weekend. Yeah, if that's any indication, we're an hour and a half away from that game.
Right.
I don't think I've seen people up there all weekend.
Exactly. Harthrone being guarded by Sutton White there. There's no shock to games being low-scoring games for Iowa United. Again, hangs their hat on their defense, not a super efficient offensive team.
Great hustle. Go to that left. There you go.
Another offensive rebound here for Iowa United. They just stay with it.
And I could tell early on, it's my first time seeing Iowa United, but Jean is that guy for them that's that hustle guy, bangs the boards, glue.
Cam over to Harthrone. Yes. You got a player like that, everything calms down. So
Yeah.
we're okay.
Hawthorne, again, with that silky smooth shot. Great fundamentals, great shot pocket.
All tied at 8, 2:44 to go, and I don't know if we'll see Arafon until maybe halfway through that second quarter or so. We'll see. Cam Mercer. Again, Iowa United known for their defense, really making it tough to get a look. And Harthrone just comes through again. Come through clutch.
Yes, third 3 already. 9 points for Hawthorne. Iowa United can't buy a 3 right now.
Oh, there it is. Tracy, let's go the other way.
11-8 our score. Sutton White, nice drop-off pass. And
Nice finish, too.
yes, indeed.
I love the patience
Keita
right there.
is a kid that I don't recognize. Kareem Keita, 6'11", junior.
Jesse said he's been hurt, dealing
He's
with
been
injury.
hurt. All right, that's another good body. He's moving well out there. These dudes got plenty of size. Iowa United,
That was
they
my
just
thought.
go like 7 foot, 7'2" off the bench, another 6'8", another 6'11". They probably got 6 dudes on that squad over 6'10".
That was my thought when I saw the subs come in. They just subbed in 3 guys. 2 of them are 6'10" and above.
Irfan, obviously their most skilled player offensively, and I'll tell you what, when you get a chance to watch him work, you remember how even more advanced than he was, but Silas Sunday had that nice touch, them soft hands, those good feet, that 8-footer that they were really good, and then Irfan could shoot it 75 to 80% from the free throw line, which makes him even a tougher guard. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see him display that here in this one. It's not going to wow you with his athleticism, but it's just good hands and good feet for that kid.
I know that's a turnover there for Sutton White, but I like the idea. He was trying to lead Keita to the rim right there to just go up and put that one in. That's what I used to. About the only thing I could do was pass, right? So I would get frustrated with guys like, I'm trying to get you a layup. I can't
he's trying
make
to get you an assist. Let's be honest here.
Exactly.
Get that assist in the book. Don't mess up my assist.
That was the only stats I could accumulate right there.
I think it was like it had to be probably 12 games into my senior year, I realized that you could actually pass the ball to other people. I was like, Coach, he was like, why didn't you? I was, what? Like, that's something you do? If I have the ball, I can shoot it.
Right.
Like,
are you trying to say this dude can guard me? I should pass it? You think
or he probably can guard me, but I can shoot it anyway. That's the great thing about it.
Another nice pass.
Oh, what a jersey there.
Fouls on number 20. Sharagma, his first. Fourth
Taj,
foul.
sophomore, 6'7". Sharagba picks up that foul.
Great set.
Again,
He's going to hit those.
Yep. There's Reed into the front court for Huntington. Oh, hard thrown. I thought he was going to pull that.
Huntington.
Yellow for 1 out.
Right.
How's that not?
Taylor.
Coaches were wanting the last shot there, but they'll take that bucket. Nice shot.
And 1 point game, 13-12. Our score here after 1. Let's talk about what's standing out to you in this matchup so far. It's neck and neck right now between this number 5 and number 12 seed.
Well, one thing is good guard play. Sutton White, I thought really, he started off a little slow, but you could tell he kind of controls the game for them. Nice passes. He's gotten his teammates very good looks. Haven't converted on a lot of them, but you can tell he's that guy. Gets those paint touches, gets a little hook pass, whatever it needs to be to get open looks, and their size, man. I mean, like you said earlier, when I saw 3 subs come in the game and 2 of them are 6'10" and above, I was like, wow. And even without Arfon, they've got the size. But, Huntington Prep, clearly they're going to, they bring in talent every year. And so.
And to Brian's point, you talked about guard play pregame, off air. You talked about it, and I was like, man, I'm thinking big. So, you were right on it. Guard play for Iowa United. Was that going to give them advantage? Was the youth guard play of Huntington Prep going to play a role in this moving forward?
This time of year, it's all about guard play. If you can get some actions here and there for your bigs to get involved, they can get you extra possessions, rebounding the ball. They can shore up your defense by blocking and altering shots and things of that nature. But overall, guards carry the day. I think Huntington's a bit at a disadvantage here because their point guard, I don't know that he's much of a point guard yet. And then moving towards the basket, he's an easier guard because you can down every screen. He's a non-shooter, and if the best thing that you could do is encourage him to take, because he's a young guy who's trying to prove his mettle here, so he'll take those shots, and they'll put his team at a disadvantage if he's not mindful of when he takes them and what kind of shot he takes. It could put him in a bad spot, and that would obviously. Iowa United's an older, more mature team. They're very seasoned and well coached. They got a ton of bodies to throw at you. They can run the foul count up and continue to play, and I think it sets up better for Iowa than it does for Huntington down the stretch.
Another thing I've seen with Iowa United is they execute as well.
They do.
They execute very well.
They're another half-court team.
Right.
Really likes to run their stuff. Flare screen coming, but that's going to be a moving screen. That's subtle.
But they let, Hawthorne sees another one go in. I know it doesn't count, but he's feeling real good right now. 3 threes already.
You got a guy that's built like that that's shooting that Iowa's got to touch his body.
Get physical with him, crowd his space.
JJ, he's a shooter as well. That one won't go. A run-out opportunity here for Huntington. Good extra pass. Cam going to get a good look. That won't go. And Iowa United. One shot and go the other way is the goal.
Great pass.
Wow.
Look good.
Well,
I mean, why not?
It's a head drop for me.
Why not?
That's
what we're doing now.
Yeah, just the head dropping for me. DNA back into the game here for Iowa United. They're going to run a set for him to get a touch immediately. They deny him well.
Nice touch.
I like this
Nice
kid,
touch.
man. He's going to move your body as well, especially, backing down right there. He's going to be hard to hold your spot against him. So, you can tell he's so strong, big body.
I'll tell you something that I've noticed, too, over the course of the season. DNA, as he contests right there, he was not very talkative. And he went from not being very talkative on defense to being one of the most talkative guys in the league. They were really on him about his leadership, and now you can't get him to be quiet. That was something he wasn't comfortable doing. He would tell you, hey, it's not really my thing. And I'm like, man, you got to talk out there. And
Who's this, John?
Yeah, no.
Arfon.
Arfon, yeah.
I got you,
Yeah,
Arfon.
yeah.
Well, and think about something that Thurl Bailey said in the banquet today. He said you can't be an introvert on the court.
Great point. Good pass. Ooh.
2 on him. That's 3 on him.
Yeah.
By the way, or actually.
That's his third.
Look at the attention that Arfon's drawing on that baseline. Another. He's the X factor right now.
That's Sean's 9th rebound already.
Wow.
Great touch around the rim as well. I like what I've seen out of him so far.
Are you guys noticing? It's one thing to take and miss a three-pointer.
Three-point field goal.
You're not talking about Hawthorne, I know that.
Are you noticing how bad the misses are? We probably have 4 or 5 air balls
Over the rim.
in
Long.
this game.
Not named Hawthorne because he's been the complete opposite.
He's got 4 of them
Good
already.
Lord.
And the
To your
first,
point, Brian, there has been a ton.
And that puts tremendous pressure on you. It's a wasted possession. You put your team in a really bad spot when you take shots like, and just anybody, like, you don't need to earn the right to shoot three-pointers.
and
Guys are just anybody that finds themselves open. That's a skill shot. 19 foot 6 inches, like that's a skill shot to be able to make. And if we don't, in our game, and the culture around the game anymore, we don't have any regard for that. Anybody can shoot it at any time. And to me, that's.
And bad misses usually lead to transition buckets on the other end.
I tell you what, they're knocking them down right now.
Yeah.
Huntington not going away. They go back out in front. We got another lead change, 19-17. DNA, high-low look, man drags his foot there.
Fouls on Cedric Taylor, his first. 4-team foul. Gertie Jean to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Now, if I'm Huntington, I remember those free throws because you don't want to give Jean, an easy layup. If it's going to be an easy layup, you got to foul him. Nice.
Listen, Taylor showing off some footwork on the block there.
Love seeing that out of him.
Yeah, he's already got 9 points himself. Cedric Taylor with 9. Go to work. I want to see it. There's his
10th rebound.
Yeah.
Yep. JJ trying to take advantage of the extra opportunity. No go there. And Hawthorne, you got to get a hand up immediately on him.
Tracy.
And that's off.
Black ball.
Where are these guys going? I don't know.
Well, he said black ball, but he pointed the opposite direction. So definitely confused the participants. Hawthorne up top, working off that high screen. Shot fake and go, and kind of got caught in no man's land there. On the decision making. Turnover. Yeah, he's chasing that line. Yep, just like Coach said, tough one there. John's like, I need to breathe him.
He's earned it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right play.
Yep. JJ can get that one to go.
He's struggling a little bit.
Normally a knockdown shooter. Not the guy you want to continue to leave open. That's
Lob.
for sure.
Oh my.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Frank.
Fouls on number 6, Gertie Jean.
I was a little bit out of sync defensively, man. Their pick and roll coverage is usually flawless.
Second team foul.
They're low on the tag and even help side when they go front side in the pick and roll. The guy's going downhill by himself.
So, a couple more missed free throws. Nothing to write home about for either team, right?
Hawthorne might want to scoot back on those free throws. They don't miss from 3.
There's JJ.
There you go.
There's the JJ Sullivan we know.
J. Sullivan.
JJ's dad played at Iowa State. So he's got the pedigree.
Cam left up in there, missed opportunity. Shabazz. One-point game. Good help defense there. And it's going to go back the other way. Watch JJ lining this one up and knocking it down.
I don't know if that was by design, but when you have a good shooter that's struggling like he's been struggling, that's where you want to get that next shot. The next opportunity you get, just line it up.
Short. Good D again.
That same guy. Oh my goodness! I didn't see the replay. I want to see what he's seeing. It's,
Third team foul.
They
and
call
then he
it on
waves off the
Sutton White.
coach and tells him to stop talking to him. Yes, same thing. Let me see that replay one more time, man. Yeah, just called out too. Wow. That's tough.
Huntington's doing a great job of making those post entries difficult. Man,
Hard throw. How many threes is that?
5. He's got 15.
Wow.
Pure shooter. Pure shooting stroke. That's I was surprised earlier that he missed the free throws. Nice.
Milan Shabazz.
Smith over the hard throw. Hey, why not, kid, right now? Yep. Everything falling for him. He is absolutely balling.
17 of the 26. Great pass. Great pass.
That ball found him.
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
know if he was.
No,
Whenever
he
you
was
cut,
not looking
expect
for
to
it.
get the ball.
He was not expecting to get it.
Yes.
It's like hitting your receiver in the face mask.
He was just going through the motions of the play. And oh, my gosh.
Fouls on number 5, Anthony Smith. That's his third. 5 team fouls. Liam Vitacaro to the free throw line for 2.
2 shots coming up here for the freshman. Freshman is good.
We talk about DNA prep being a team of the future. This Iowa United team, they're not looking bad for next year either.
Yeah. Totally agree. Mercer. 5 to go on the shot clock. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Iowa United basketball.
Iowa United clearly will take the last shot here. Shabazz down low. Freshman three is good. That's big. Momentum three at the buzzer.
Yep.
There from Midacaro, the freshman once again. And you said it, Coach, earlier. He is a shooter, and that shot will eventually fall.
Yep.
Our fifth
And
and
it
final
does
game
there.
of the night. It'll be Utah Prep.
AJ's going to be with Coach Oliver. And we'll go ahead and throw it to AJ.
Taking on the 40.
All right, Coach, 3-point game here at halftime is always a dogfight here on the grind session. How tough is it coming into it, a matchup with an opponent you hadn't seen before? I know you had that chance to probably watch the film. How you feel like where you guys are at right now?
Well, I tell you what, we're really struggling with Hawthorne. He's a heck of a player. You see it on film, but it's hard to prepare for it. Your scout team can't quite do what he does. So credit to him, but we got to adjust the second half. We got to do a better job of guarding him.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get to your squad. Good luck. We'll hear from Huntington Prep when we come back. This is the grind session. I couldn't get that question. No. Session here with Huntington Sports, and we're set here ready to roll here for
I feel like that's where we belong anyway, so it's not something like that we celebrated crazy amount, but it's like just we feel like we belong there, so knowing that we took care of business and now we're here.
It's very different, like the shot clock we had in high school, I had 35 seconds, so 24 seconds is more possessions, just faster pace of basketball. And also like the 8-second violation and stuff like that. Just when there's pressure, you gotta get the ball out quicker. Just, more pressure.
I feel like extra motivation because that's what you play for, play for scholarships and all that, but I don't feel like there's any pressure that comes with it because it's still the sport that we practice every single day.
Well, we got a pretty good setup at Iowa United. We have a full-time teacher. We do our schooling online, which facilitates all the travel and taking care of school. Ms. Scott does a great job with the boys, making sure that they're up to date. And yes, if we need to, we do schooling on the road, but these guys take care of business, so we're good.
Just playing against good competition, just every game, either somebody on the opposite end, they're very good players, and just having that competition all the way up through college, then obviously the pro level, just grind session really helps us get ready for that.
No, it's about what we do. We hang our hat on defense, we hang our hat on our principles and the details that we practice, so it's about what we do. We're not worried about those things.
being inside of the play-in is kind of a new experience. But one thing about West Oaks Academy, we look forward to any fight. And that the play-in has definitely been a fight because there's a lot of talent.
We came in as the underdogs, they positive fans, but I feel like they tried us on this. Every year, we always get in the grind session. So when they start naming the play-in, I know we had to kill. Every game, you always gonna get a beast out of me. I'm always gonna play hard, I'm always gonna want to score, I'm always gonna get loose balls, I'm always gonna rebound.
Playing this play-in tournament means a lot. It's all on the line to get in that top tier of the grind session. And it changed the trajectory of our program.
Playing in this grind session plan, great opportunity for our guys to get in this league. We battled for the last couple weeks. Now it's time to play someone else. And it's been a great experience so far. You know, it's a great moment. I tell them life comes down to a few great moments, you know, and all you need is an opportunity. That's what I tell them. As long as you got an opportunity, anything can be accomplished. So the grind session gives us a great opportunity. The one thing about playing on the grind session, it prepares you for the next level. We've got a lot of talented players, but when you come to the grind session, not only are you playing against really top talent, but I'm talking about the type of talent that you'll see in the NBA. In addition to that, the rules are conducive to our players getting into college. With the 30-second shot clock, now they've moved it to the 24-second shot clock. You know, just the different rules. The refs let you play with a lot more physicality. So all of the top players I've had, they've all told me that playing in the grind session has definitely gotten them prepared for college.
So I just got to tell folks, ready or not, here we come. The grind session is here. This is year 11. We're getting ready for all the top teams when we kick off next month and start moving all across the country. Let me change that. All across the world. We're going to be in Hawaii, Jamaica. The list goes on and on. Welcome to the grind session. We're ready to go. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Three-point game here at halftime. I know Hawthorne has been great here in this one, but it's going to take a lot more. Hawthorne, I'm sorry. Hawthorne, Coach.
Hawthorne.
Give it to me one time.
Hawthorne.
Thank you. But kid is shooting it well, man, here in this one. But what's going to take to pull this one off moving forward?
Continue to make shots, but defensively we got to get out the shooters, run them off the three-point line, make them shoot tough twos, contested twos, and then continue to execute offensively.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get back to your squad. Hey, it could go either way. It's a tight game. Let's see how it goes, man. It's a good battle here between Iowa United and Huntington. Let's get back to the action.
Give a quick rundown of the stats from the first half. Iowa United 10 of 30 from the field, just 2 of 15 from 3. But they've got a really balanced attack, Coach. 7 players have scored from Iowa United compared to Huntington, who got all their points from Hawthorne and Taylor. Two scorers on the team. That's it. 17 from Hawthorne, 9 from Taylor for their 26 points in the half. Just 9 of 31 from the field. But their saving grace, 5 of 10 from 3. So they stayed in the game with the three-pointer. Hawthorne is 5 of 10 from 3. 6 of 20 as a team from 3.
That'll catch up to you.
Yeah, and I think
5 of 10 and they're 6 of 20 as a team. That's 1 for 10 for everybody else.
Right. And again, only 2 players scored for Huntington, so they're going to have to get a more balanced attack. You feel like, anyway, if they're going to stay in this game.
Here's Cam getting trapped here right off the bat, and jump ball. That'll be possession arrow, Iowa United. Sutton White. Boz. And thrown away there. I think
Iowa United thinks there's a tip, for sure. They may challenge that.
Oh, it's too early. I wouldn't charge that. Plus,
they're not going to.
Yeah, it's just a missed call there.
Yep. Just go with it.
Yep. Save your timeout or save your challenge.
some of those challenges, I always think about what my mom used to tell me. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should.
Great point.
You can challenge that, but with 24 seconds into the third quarter and in a one-possession ball game, why would you do that?
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Tip back in there. Cedric Taylor. One-point game here.
That puts Taylor in double figures now with 11. So still, Hawthorne and Taylor have all the points for Huntington Prep.
It ain't just hadn't got going yet.
Tough
yeah.
catch.
Two shots coming up.
Fouls on number 2, Brady Hawthorne, his first. First team foul. Nivon Shabazz to the line for 2.
Shabazz, the opportunity to extend this lead. Good ball movement here by Huntington. And Vinay just swats that one away.
Denied.
Ooh. And rhythm.
That's not a fluke.
Shabazz for 3.
Do that. Vaz, Iowa commit. Just a junior once again. That's a tough pull-up 3. He makes it look easy.
Three-point field goal, Cedric Taylor.
Taylor now with 14. Still, all the points are from Taylor and Hawthorne.
JJ closing out a little harder on him. I think Erfan got to get a touch here. It's going to be a foul away from the ball on Taylor. Oh!
Fouls on number 4.
Oh!
DNA, his third. First team foul.
Still okay.
Chris, I'd love to see that last possession. Love to see the action on that last possession.
3-point field goal, Anthony Smith.
That ref has called every foul.
Smith with the first points for any other Huntington player other than Hawthorne and Taylor.
I am like dumbfounded right now.
We've said this before, AJ, because we've called a few of our United's games. They don't throw the ball to Bianco.
Nope.
You would consider a guy with his size and
skill set.
Yeah, skill set and asset. He helps them rebounding the ball.
The ball is a jump ball possession to Huntington Prep.
But if you look at the way that they play, he's not utilized in their offense at all.
I'll run that replay one more time. I missed it. I'm sorry. I was looking away. We'll get it next opportunity. But it's just, again, I'm not trying to pick on the ref. These are just big calls against their best player. And maybe I'm missing something. Cam. (37-33) Huntington leads here in this one, and they're going to try to extend it and throw down.
Great hands right there from Anthony Smith on that steal. Leads to the dunk, and Huntington Building a lead here, up 6.
I mean, you think about this. So watch this replay. You got, who's probably been able to play less than 10 minutes because of foul trouble. Maybe that's some push there. If they play on, they play on. I mean, advantage, disadvantage. I mean, what?
Just a reminder, folks, Utah Prep up next. Senior night.
Yeah.
For Utah
That's
Prep,
tough.
taking on the fourth squad of Fort Erie, Ontario, Canada. BYU commit ESPN #1 ranked high school player in the country, AJ Jablonsaw, right here at Allen High School.
Set here, Liam. That rattles in and out. They're going to need a lot more of that. Iowa United.
Fouls on number 21, Cedric Taylor, his second. Second team foul, Gertie Jean, for the strike for 2.
So John, he's really went to work here though. 6 offensive rebounds for him, 12 already, 12 rebounds total in the game. So he's been the workhorse down low. Get an offensive foul there.
Offensive foul on number 6, Gertie Jean, his second. Second team foul.
Throw it up. Nice.
Big throwdown there.
Nice. Shiragba, that's another sophomore on this Huntington team.
Huntington is a dangerous, dangerous team. Sutton White. Calming down the height.
Yep.
3-point field goal for Sutton White.
Another nice
Oh,
line.
absolutely. Running that stuff to perfection.
Shiragba, he could get used to that baseline cut right there. He really gets up.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Sutton White.
No.
Smart. Pull that back out.
Yep.
The freshman. Tough shot. Up against the shot clock and another offensive rebound. Guess who? Oh, gotta have those.
Fouls on number 20. Taj Shirogman, that's his
If he makes
fourth.
that whistle happen.
Third team foul, Kareem Keita to the free throw line for 2.
Arafon's on his way back in the game.
You need him. This is your season.
In theory, that's correct.
Yeah.
I want to see what impact he actually makes on the game offensively.
Because right
They
now,
almost literally ignore him.
Yeah.
Jean just got a post, had a good seal, immediately inside to him. I don't know what the
right.
but Arafon, how many times have they thrown it to him on the post this game? Does he have a touch?
Right.
And so you see him getting in foul trouble. Oh, it can impact the game, but again, theoretically it does, but does it actually? It doesn't change anything about the way that they play, which to me is crazy.
You almost hold your breath every time there's a play with him involved, right?
There. Nice find right there.
Size of Iowa United coming into play.
Yep.
Fouls on number 21, Cedric Taylor, his third. Fourth team foul. Gazzo to the strike for one.
Defense there. Of course, a tough possession for Huntington. Gets called for steps there.
If you notice on the backside of that, Arafon had a full head of steam sprinting to the block. Was never a thought.
Yep. Tell you what, pick up Hawthorne a little bit at bay here in this third quarter.
Fouls on number 21, Cedric Taylor, his fourth. The fifth team foul.
That's a big foul for them.
Oh, yeah, it's not even looking. I agree. DNA's got to touch the ball. That's a push off. Got away with it there. Big shot. That puts Iowa United back up one.
I love that extra pass as well. We always talk about know your personnel as far as when they make bad decisions. That's a great decision there by Sutton White.
Anthony Smith couldn't get that three to go. Patience there. Big fella got to touch it. Smith. Way to stay with it. Way to stay with it for Anthony. 45-44. That one. That even gets a smile out of the bench, man. These guys are like, yes. Wait, no. Yeah, yes. It went in. We know what he can do. Hot throw. Right in. How many threes is that for him? 6? 7?
6, yeah. Good pass.
Oh! Yeah, you gotta talk about that one.
What happened?
Yep. He looked straight down at DNA, pumped his chest, and listen.
Once again, I love the patience there of Sutton White. He allows DNA to make that cut while looking off the defense for the cut.
I think the refs need to walk away from the players here. Have that conversation, but I think it should have been attacked. Last weekend with that same crew, it was attacked. Wow. So they should shoot the tech first and then go back to the point of interruption.
Is first. And then a technical foul was called for.
And it's the appropriate call.
unsportsmanlike conduct also on Bull Kawani, so that's his second. So we will shoot the technical first and then resume play.
That's a freshman at the line at the end of the day. Tough position to be in, that's for sure, but what does that say about a coach to send a freshman to the line to shoot these stacks?
He's got trust.
Yeah, look at that baby face. Man. 1 or 2 for Liam.
Now we will shoot the foul. Arafan DNA to the strike for 2.
I'm not sure if he's not their best free throw shooter.
He probably
Percentage-wise.
is.
Yeah.
He probably is.
Yeah. Well, watch me jinx him.
I imagine Shabazz is probably pretty high up there too. And I don't think Sutton White is bad.
Right. Who jinxed him? So 49-48. Again, what else? How else would you want it to be? Close ball game. Wire to wire is going to come down the stretch here. Better adjustment to defend the 3, I think, by Iowa United there in that quarter. Try to slow things down a little bit. Our next matchup is going to be the BYU commit, projected to be maybe the #1 pick in the draft in 2026, AJ Devonsa, and the Utah Prep. It's their senior night. What kind of numbers we got here?
18 of 50 from the field for the game for Huntington. 15 of 45 for Iowa United. So again, both teams still struggling from the field, but it'll come down, as we mentioned earlier, Hawthorne 5 threes in the first half, just 1 3 in that third quarter. So they've made sure that they pay attention to him on the 3-point line and not let him get hot. But Huntington is now starting to get more balanced scoring from their team as well, when it was only 2 players who had all the points in the first half.
Sutton White. Back tip there by Anthony Smith. Good hustle, but it'll stay Iowa United basketball. Just in and out. That's that patented shot, though, from Arafan that normally goes more times than not. So kick ball, be baseline out here for Huntington. When you watch DNA's footwork, does it remind you of a kid that maybe played some soccer growing up before getting the size that he is now? I was just thinking about how light his feet is.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to.
Well, sometimes you grow out of a sport, that's for sure. So the battle for the rebound, off Iowa United last, and Cam getting them to their set here.
I'm thinking maybe that's part of what Iowa United's thought process is that Arafon's a goalie, not a center. So when they get the ball on offense, they don't feel compelled to throw the ball to him. They figure you just kind of hang out on the defensive end, keep us clean. You've done your job. He's definitely not a part of their offensive scheme.
Big shot, just right into the ball game too. Sager Taylor just checks in and knocks one down.
That's 20 for him on the night.
We've seen him catch lobs, we've seen him knock down threes, be active defensively.
Hey, right deep, Black.
I may challenge that one in the fourth quarter. (51-49). Cedric over to Smith. Smith losing his footing here momentarily. 2 feet in the paint. Just in and out there. DNA with the rebound, and Sutton White didn't get it across the timeline.
Nice.
And knocked down there.
I continue to love his control of the game. I feel like he's really controlling the pace.
He's really improved in that regard, Cullen. Early in the season, that wasn't really what he did.
Yeah. Nice job right there to steal that rebound away from Hawthorne.
Iowa United clinging on to a 1-point lead. Hawthorne, he gets fouled there.
Fouls on number 6, Gertie John, his third. Second team foul. Brandon Hawthorne to the line to shoot 2.
Hawthorne been really good here in this one.
He also has 20, so 40 combined before that free throw for him and Taylor. So 41 of the 52.
Timeout, Huntington Prep.
30 seconds.
So we got a timeout called by Huntington Prep. 30-second timeout, tied at 52.
And up next, Utah Prep will take on
I'm going to start, Coach.
Hey, you got to keep them
Let's talk both sides. So once you talk Huntington, you talk Iowa. How does Huntington pull away this ball game tied at 52?
The reason that they've been able to be in the position that they're in now is just making shots. I don't think they're getting a great deal out of what they're doing set-wise, but out of the scrambles and when the play breaks, they're doing a great job of being shot makers. I think they've got to continue to do that. I haven't seen to this point them being able to break guys down to get in their stuff and get easy shots. They're getting driving kicks, and they've just got to continue to do that.
Calling for Iowa United.
If I'm Iowa United, I continue to put the ball in the hands of Sutton White. I feel like he's controlled the game, and good things happen when the ball's in his hands. He's going to get his teammates involved and make the right play.
See a little JJ brother in the stands. Always the start of the show. Cam, shot clock down at 3. And that's a shot clock violation. And they go back to Iowa United.
Shot clock violation.
Maybe it's the defense of Iowa United. And maybe strings together a few stops. That's their calling card, but Huntington, I mean, it just seems very good.
Oh, wow. I'm just baffled.
Yeah.
they find a way to get every other post player on their team a touch at any given time, under any circumstance. Your best player is in the game, and he might not get 2 touches the entire game.
Cedric. Ross with the rebound. Setting to go here on the shot clock. Sutton White, drive and kick, and that's out of bounds.
Hey, better close out.
With it being even like this, again, it could go either way, but by coming down the stretch like this, I like Iowa United in this.
Oh, you can't hit that.
It's a good no call.
Yeah, and all of Iowa United runs, we have an advantage here. Missed opportunity. Cedric.
Cedric Taylor with the push.
54-52, and there's one of those scramble plays you talked about. Yep.
Fouls up number 5, Anthony.
There's 2 shots coming up here for Iowa United. Yeah.
They're not getting anything
First
scripted.
team foul.
They get into a set, it breaks, scramble. It ends up in the hands of a guy who has to make a play.
Iowa United basketball out of bounds.
So it will be on the floor, sideline out.
Coach has been begging for it the whole game. Let's see if they get him a look here. Ooh,
well,
nobody gets a look.
No.
I never liked that play going back towards the opponent's basket to inbound the ball. If we're going to turn it over, let's turn it over going towards our basket so we at least have a chance to get back.
Flare look, going to drive instead, and
it's going to be goaltending. Hand was in the net.
Goal 15 call. Out the basket.
4 minutes.
Good eye right there.
A lot of basketball.
56-52. Oh, missed them. I mean, absolutely missed them. Yeah, this is just, they ain't gonna give it to me, I'm gonna go get one. That's exactly what that was. Like, all right, I'm cutting, I'm doing that. I gotta go off script for a second.
That's crazy.
That's his first field goal of the game.
Yeah.
3 points for DNA.
That's crazy. It's a 2010 type kid. Cedric. Just going baseline, getting DNA in space, taking advantage.
Taylor's got 24, no help there from the defense.
Oh. That's the other reason, because he can make good decisions
He does
like
make
that.
good decisions,
Yes.
so it's not like you're not throwing it into him because he's a black hole.
Yep.
He's going to only go to attack if he's got something. If he doesn't, he's going to get off the ball.
He collapses the defense, like you're saying, Coach. Just great pass, great decision.
Fouls on number 34.
Is that his fifth? Is that 5 on him? Fourth? Okay.
Yeah.
Another consequence of not playing through him. Look who Erfan is being guarded by.
Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't been punished. He hasn't been, like, Erfan hasn't been able to be physical with him throughout the whole game. You don't think that has anything to do with him being able to run scot-free on the perimeter and take shots and dribble handoff and cut to the basket? You got to make him play defense. The guy that he's guarding isn't involved in the offense.
2-point game.
You can tell that's their focus now, is to get him touches at least.
No. Iowa United have a baseline out.
And again, to Coach's point, just get it in his hands. Good things will happen because he's a willing passer.
Yep.
He's going to collapse the defense, draw a lot of attention.
Oh, that's almost. Yep, that's a fly.
No!
Wow. And before the catch, they had his full jersey before the catch.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. You can't challenge a foul. Oh, my gosh. Is that 6 for him? They're saying it's 6 for DNA. Oh.
But it wasn't, though. It was on DNA. They called the wrong number.
I reported 6, but I think it's 34. 30.
I think it's 5, yeah.
Want to have the best players in the game. That's all I'm saying. Hey, listen, no, go back before that, Chris. Watch the tug in the jersey. Can you get Irfan in there before he? Look at this. This dude has this whole. Even before that, he had his whole jersey before the catch. Go back a little bit, like 2 or 3 steps before that. Right here, right here. How is that? How is that not called? But then you call the other one.
Well, it's an easy flop call.
Yes. That's a double whammy.
Oh, great set there. Didn't work out, but great set there from Huntington.
That was beautiful.
That's crazy. And I have, again, I'm neutral here, but you want to see the best talent on the floor in these type of games.
Agreed. Big.
It's really difficult for me to feel bad for Iowa United.
Yep. Because they're not going where they need to
They're
go.
not.
Great pass.
That's Cedric. Good shot fake.
They dodged one there.
Yep, absolutely.
Fouls on number 21, Cedric Taylor, his 5th. Second team foul.
Now, DNA's on the bench with just 5 fouls, right? It's only a minute 18 left in this game. Like, it's making me think, do they think he's fouled out, or is this his strategic?
Number 23, Marie Keita.
This whole thing.
I mean, like, what are we waiting on? Big time play right there, 61-59, under a minute to go.
Timeout.
Hey, one stop. Hey.
Timeout, Iowa United.
Come on, go.
Yeah, I'm at a loss.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Upset alert. We have our first upset, big time upset alert. The number 5 seed, Iowa United, their backs against the wall here. They're going man, oh man.
Well, and this is,
Head coach for,
yeah.
yeah.
Head coach of BYU. And this is where, as a coach, you draw up your best play. And you know, who do you want to get it to? What look do you want to get here? And you're definitely going to have the chance to go 2 for 1.
Right.
However, you may not want to go too quick.
Yeah.
We're discussing ourselves.
All right, Iowa United basketball. Today back in the game here for Iowa United.
Like a nice little Spain pick and roll with Arafon and John.
Shabazz. Sorry, Sudden White. These are big free throws, man. Oh man.
As far as timing, it works out about perfectly for Iowa United with 8-second differential on the shot clock.
Arkell wanted to carry here at the beginning of that possession. I don't know if I disagree with him. And that ball, and that was called on the floor, by the way, too. Hey, that's another big decision. That's another big. Now, that's one you review. That's the one you make sure you get right in a game like this. Wow. Big time calls, man. 5-second violation. Good defense there by Huntington.
So now clearly for Iowa United, it comes down to one stop. You got to have it, give yourself a chance.
Well, they're calling Carr's defense, and they need to call on it right now.
They go for the kill.
And they may have got the stop they needed.
Huge. How many timeouts do they have, Jess? Just one remaining for Iowa United. Is he going to advance it?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Seeing the indication he's going to advance it. Wants to take it over on the side closest to the bench.
So they're out of timeouts. That's
Wow.
the last one.
That call where it's a foul and it stayed on the floor is a big decision, too.
I hate to say it, but I thought it was pretty clearly a shooting foul.
Again, with smaller guards, I just don't like that decision. You're already at a disadvantage size-wise anyway, and then you drive into 2 defenders and hope that the referee blows the whistle. There was plenty of space up top. Send Arafon at the front of the rim and let him touch the ball with 2 feet in the paint, man.
Here you go, Coach. This is going to be a play for Arafon. I'd almost put money. You've been calling for it all game. I bet you get it right here.
He's so out of sync. He's so
right.
like that hasn't been part of your scheme the whole entire time. You put so much pressure on your guys to try to deliver in this situation because they haven't looked at it yet.
So does he screen for JJ, one of these guards, and flash back to the basketball or go baseline?
Oh, wow.
Got to get it in. Sudden White. And we're tied. They're going to play it through. Here we go, tied at 61, and we're going to get a timeout call by Huntington.
5.8.
They add 0.6. It's going to be 5.8 instead of 5.2.
All right, so the timeout situation, 1 timeout remaining after this one for Huntington, and Iowa United, I believe, is out of timeouts. They're moving forward.
They are. Who are you going to here, Coach?
Oh, the sharpshooter. You got length. Hard to contest the shot.
I'm just gonna appeal to Arkell to throw the ball to Arafon. Somebody's got to.
That's how much he.
I would assume they try to get something going to the rim with willing to kick out for an open three. But I think they want to put the pressure on the referees here, see if they'll make a call.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Especially when you see who's baseline down there.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be a quality shot out of a script. I think it's going to be a toss.
Well, here we go. Reed the inbound in, and Smith back to Reed. And stolen there by Iowa United. And we got bonus play, an extra 4 minutes going on the clock. Each team will get an extra timeout. And bonus will be at 14 fouls instead of, yeah.
They've got a
Guard
scheme
play.
around it.
Yeah.
They don't.
Wow. So team fouls will go to 0.
Smith could be it, but he's so focused on making a play for himself offensively.
Yeah, a big thing here, obviously, is Arifon with 5 fouls with an extra 4 minutes now.
No, fouls go back to 0.
However,
double bonus at 4.
Iowa United has played pretty much the entire game without him, so it's not going to be much of a change. Because he's been in foul trouble the entire game.
So tied at 61 and life left for Iowa United. He's got 5 fouls.
And as we mentioned earlier, only 1 field goal.
4 team fouls, not 5. Double bonus at 4 team fouls.
Arkell, got 2 full now. Here we go. Bonus action, guys. Bonus action. Hold on. Listen, any advantage, whether it's a toe, they want to get that advantage, right? Iowa United first possession, big possession. Here, maybe it sets the tone for this overtime.
Ooh.
Sutton White knocking it down. Big 3 there.
It's still a no for me.
Is that a 3?
Nah,
No.
it's a 2.
2? A foot was on the line. Taylor, big time shot there. That won't go. DNA with the rebound.
I think Arifon's got to level up on that defensively. With
John
him
just
sliding
made
out
a
of that.
dangerous, screening on the fast break there. He could have easily picked up an offensive foul on that one. Liam, the freshman. Oh, me. Oh, my.
Fouls on number 5, Anthony Smith. That's his 6th.
Now, Smith, that's sophomore point guard.
First team foul. Number 12, Liam Vintacaro will go to the line for 3.
So, this is where my conversation happens if I'm a coach. If you say he got him on the arm, how does that contact result in the way his body went to the floor? That's, had the leg kick, he sold it. He did a good job of selling that one. Survive in advance season. That's what this is. 2 or 3.
Feels like the momentum obviously is with Iowa United.
Arifon's got to get up on that exchange and help on that, man. That
guy he's guarding can knock it down.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Big rebound. And stick back won't go. The follow won't go, but that one
He never rolls.
By number 20.
Every time they run action with him, he does. I don't think he's rolled to the basket once.
Yeah.
You got to level up on that, and when he gets involved, you there for much shorter contest.
And I think that's been a focal point for Huntington, is to put Arafon in those defensive situations on a switch or on guarding the screen.
Cool. Yeah, Taylor right down the middle, and not only does he tie it, but he's headed to the line with a chance to give Huntington a lead.
They called that on Arafon.
His sixth. First team foul.
Well, and look, I mean, this is where coach is basically telling, he's not telling us, but I'm saying he likes that matchup. He likes Arafon having to guard Taylor because he knows it's a disadvantage. He knows he can pick and pop, or if Arafon has to guard him on the perimeter, Taylor can drive by him.
I think you had to, if you're Arafon, you had to, the scheme had to be to take one of those things away. And all night, I don't think they did.
I think Taylor's been the best player on the floor tonight, 27 now for him.
Oh, he said, getting it done.
Nice set again.
Big shot by that's a freshman.
It's beautiful. Shabazz does a great job of pulling the defense with him. It was all set up to get that shot.
Good help side on that.
66. Sorry, 68, 66. The answer, that won't go. Cam with a big time rebound. And
huge.
And Iowa United wanted that hook.
Because really, Iowa United had the numbers down low as far as the rebounding position. And the freshman fights for that when he gives him a chance to tie this one up. And you love to see this as a coach as well. Your freshmen go to the line late in a big game. With the
freshmen performing big on both ends, right? 1 of 2 for Cam on that one. 1 point game. 90 seconds to go here in overtime. Liam been feeling it. He's going to let it fly again. No answer there, and that's through the hands of Cam, and back to Iowa United.
He clearly hit that. He clearly hit that.
I'm going to give him credit, though, just for that hustle play. Because a lot of times just getting a tip, it may cause that second tip to keep possession.
Time to score situation here. 8 to go on the shot clock. Liam step back 3. Sutton White right there to get it. Good extra pass. And John, he's got to be considered too. He's having a big game, big numbers for him.
John, 11 and 14, double-double.
$70-67.
They've got to squeeze Cedric. He's been too.
Cedric, oh, that may be off his leg. Yep. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Big moments, big game. JJ Sullivan back into the game for Iowa United. And that's going to be on Reed. A lot of youth on this Huntington team. They're going to be good, too. Bro, oh!
Huge turnover. You couldn't have asked for better if you're Coach Bruce. Get a turnover with no time running.
I'm convinced nobody wants to win this game. They just want to play.
What happened?
Play.
What happened? Was Sutton White not aware that he was the ball handler and they were trying to get the ball to him?
Leaving the door open for Huntington. Can they take advantage? Good close out there.
Absolutely.
Got to get a hand up. Got to get a hand up.
Good decision.
And good strong save. Couldn't finish the layup. The scramble for it. Who wants it? And we're going to get a jump ball called. And possession arrow is Huntington Prep. And they're still alive. Again, these guys are just playing their hearts out here.
Obviously, with 25 remaining, you don't have to go for three.
So baseline out here for Huntington. Oh, big time play by Shabazz. Big time play. You got a foul here.
Yeah, you do.
Back tip.
Sutton
White got to go get that basketball. I'm not sure if Huntington's just not out of gas.
Number 3, Cam Mercer, his first. Third team foul.
Need one here. Got it. Got to make one.
Levon Shabazz for 2.
And we're going to get a timeout call by
United.
Iowa United. Talk about their strategy.
So do you let them come up the floor a little bit and take one? Absolutely. You know, to stop that momentum, stop anything going to the rim.
How do you call a timeout to advance it if you're Huntington?
I'd foul right there. Now you can. Huge.
Big shot.
Huge. That can't happen.
Wow.
That can't happen.
And you've had trouble.
And they scored that with 4 seconds running off the clock there. That's as good as a situation that could have happened for Huntington. Huge bucket there. Last three there gives Hawthorne 27 on the game, so he has definitely pulled his weight in this matchup. Where's Mike Tyson when you need that part right there? Hangover. Hold up, this is my favorite part.
Man, this crowd, man, is big. Big time basketball going on here on the grind session. No better place, no better league, not only in the country, in the world. No timeouts remaining here for Iowa United. They have already had one 5-second violation in the second half. They inbounded to Liam.
Got a foul. I foul him.
Oh, I shoot it. And look at coach. They're like, what?
Fouls on number 1.
Great job by Iowa United, though, to run that time off the clock. 5 seconds come off the clock there.
Number 23, Kareem Aiken. To the free throw line, shooting 2.
Rebound, timeout.
These feel different. Great stroke, though. I like it.
I like the way they attacked the pressure and went towards the front of the rim to get the layup, as opposed to just trying to get it over and hope that they didn't tie them up or they didn't waiting for them to foul.
Crucial box out here as well. You can't forget. But clutch.
And that'll do it. 74-70, Iowa United hangs on. We'll have an interview with the player of the game coming up. This is the Grind Session.
Try to hit you with some stats real quick. Iowa United, very balanced scoring once again. 15 from Shabazz, 14 from the freshman Midacaro. Just a balanced effort. Great game too, coach. Just back and forth, overtime. Sutton White, who is your player of the game. Let's get his stats. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. So once again, just a great all-around game from him. Very efficient, 4 of 6 from the field. 2 for 2 from 3. And again, I thought it, at least for the majority of the game, controlled the pace. Yep. And did it without their big man doing much. And obviously foul trouble, fouled out. Was in trouble the whole game. Let's kick it to AJ.
All right, listen, it is Survive and Advance season for Iowa United and everybody else who has life left in their season. Man, talk about you guys' resilience, some playing through this. That team played well, but you guys were able to pull it out. Talk about your performance and your team's performance here in this one.
I feel like everyone knows it's the playoffs, so no matter what seed they are, they're going to compete, they're going to play hard. And at the end of the day, it came down to executing, and that's what we did at the end. So I'm proud of my guys. We fought. And, hey, next round, it's not always going to be pretty, but we made it happen.
And it's been a long season, and we know what it means when you guys battle, practice all season. What do these guys behind you mean to you and competing with these guys every day?
Hey, this is my family, man. We're here. We're with each other 24/7, on the court, off the court. So let's try to make this run as long as possible, man. I'm proud of all of us.
All right, Iowa United moves on. Congratulations to them.
Let's go!
And we got another great matchup coming up. Stick around. This is the Grind Session.